What's a good word, everyone? It's your boy DKB here. I just want to say thanks for all the support. The channel's been steadily growing, and the number you see below, you can drop a text, shoot a voicemail, any ideas, topics, collabs, etc. you guys want to see. I'll include them in future videos and live streams, and I'll catch you again. Be easy. What's a good word, Jets fans? It's your boy DKB here. We got a pretty big rumor that was dropped on us by Tony Pauline from Sportskeeda yesterday, where he mentioned the latest rumors in league circles say the Jets will work the phones attempting to move down if Membou is not available. And of course, he's referring to Missouri's Armand Membou, right tackle that's just been flying up the draft boards. I mean, I think at one point I seen him talked about as like a fringe first round guy, maybe someone like mid second round. And now we're talking about him being a potential top 10 pick with the New York Jets at number 7. I mean, even if you just quickly Google Armand Membou, the first section reserved before you even click over the news is nothing but connections to the New York Jets and why is a good pick or background info, draft profiles, all that kind of stuff. So this isn't the first or last time that we'll hear the connection between Membou and the New York Jets. And of course, it seems like a perfect draft fit for us. I'm more intrigued by anything than just the caliber of talents, I guess is the right way to put it, that we look to target, right? Of course, building out the trenches would be the perfect way to start off this new regime, and having two bookend tackles for the better part of the next 7 to 10. Maybe you get a Tyron Smith type performance from one of these guys, right? And you can squeeze out almost 15 plus years. Would be great, right? Olu Fashanu on one side, Armand Membou on the other, lockdown. You don't have to worry about it. Justin Fields and or whatever quarterback takes over in the event he's not as successful as you'd like to see. You'd have two of your biggest positional needs filled, and that infrastructure is really easily able to be worked around outside of that, right? So I'd be intrigued. I haven't looked heavily into Armand Membou, but I know enough to be really excited about us getting him at number 7, where he's a ferocious run blocker, a very talented pass blocker. Even though he gave up 2 blocks in 2023, to see how much more effective, how much more refined his ability to go out there and utilize his physical profile has been is very, very impressive, right? I get worried about one-year wonders, which I think is what you would look at here with Armand Membou as the big potential drawback when you want to take a guy in the top 10, especially considering he started over the course of the last 2 years and overall has been with Missouri for the last 3. But when you have someone that is improving based on skill, it's not like he moved to a different program and suddenly the schedule wasn't as crazy as what he was accustomed to before, right? Or maybe the overall talent level around him is much improved. This is a guy that really just went into the lab and was able to figure out how to use the best with the arm length, right? Which is intriguing as well because he has 33-inch arms as well, which I think is very similar to Will Campbell. And yet he's looked at as kind of I feel like the definitively better prospect to most people right now, even though you can definitely make an argument that Will Campbell's overall career has been much better. But still, coming in at 21 years old, seeing the build, right? I think he's about 6'4", 334-ish pounds, something like that. Extremely young, can come in, obviously coming off in an elite year for himself, where he didn't allow a single sack, and he's not like he's playing in a bum conference or a unknown program or anything like that. So the needle pointing up, Aaron Glenn filling a position of need with as exciting a caliber player as can be for the offensive line. I couldn't be mad at this. When you do look at the trade back situation, though, I think let's just, imagine that this rumor here is relatively true. And it's either they want Membou or they're comfortable with some of the players that can be had in a trade back. The next question I would have is how far back are they willing to go? how many first round grades would they have, for instance, on guys at positions or need, or just overall with a talented player that they feel like can help out the team, even if it's not at a premium position. What does that look like, right? We talked about a Falcons trade in number 15. Would they want to help out that team so they can get a Mike Green or a Jalen Walker, or pick whatever other pass rusher you want? And then you also have this new, wrench in draft plans as well, where Derek Carr and his injury. Will the Saints want to try to jump up a couple spots to ensure that they can get someone like Shedeur Sanders, if he still happens to be there at number 7? And what would that look like for the Jets, right? What are they willing to take? So yeah, I don't know. It's intriguing nonetheless. I would absolutely love a trade down scenario, but even if you take the Saints, who I believe is picking at number 9, let's say Sanders is on the board and that's who the Saints want. You make the trade and Membou also still happened to have been there at 7. Are you willing to roll the dice to drop 2 spots, knowing that one of those guys would probably be a surefire QB taken, and you risk, I don't know who's drafting at number 8, but you risk seeing if somebody leapfrogs or if whoever's drafting at 8 ends up scooping up Membou. I don't know, right? Obviously, all part of the fun and drama of the draft war room. But let me know what you guys think. Armand Membou, I think 100%. I actually haven't had the chance to even be able to draft him at any of the points when I've looked at mock draft simulators over the last couple weeks. I think literally maybe a month ago was the last time I was able to see Membou available for the Jets to pick, and he wasn't that highly. He wasn't rising as highly as he is now, right? Or as rapidly as he is anyway. So goes to show, right? But maybe it's one of those things where the media is higher on him than what teams will actually be, at least within the top 10. But again, let me know what you guys think. Armand Membou for the Jets is 7, or should we definitely be looking at a trade back situation where we'll pick up a couple more picks and look to capitalize on the draft class that should produce a ton of starters throughout the first couple of days? I'll catch you guys again. Peace.